Welcome to Make Sylacauga Healthy Again. I'm your host, Dr. Jonathan Douglas of Broadway Spinal Care. When we started this little journey with Make Sylacauga Healthy Again, the main thing that I wanted to accomplish was for us to have parents start thinking about healthier kids in our community, because we can't fix a lot of the adults that in a substantial way, sadly, because they're set in their ways a lot, and I hope that we reach them. But boy, if we can get these parents to not get kids on a pathway of sickness, then that is going to save the community in the future. That's what we're working on. That's what we'll continue to work on. I've got someone here today who knows how to do that, and she's doing it and setting a good example, and we're going to talk about how that looks. Stay tuned. I'm back with my buddy Rosa Butts. She has the cutest child
I think so.
in the world.
I think so.
Maybe, universe potentially.
I like that.
He's one of my youngest pickleball players. He's been out there since,
In his womb. Yeah,
in
my
the womb. He was egg. He was
Yeah.
egg playing also. But her family is doing a really good job. It's a family effort, doing a really good job of making sure that we have a child who knows how to exercise. He's learning skills, which I love. I see him on a tractor. He's cutting grass already. And he's eating healthy things that are supplying his body with the right building blocks.
Yes. Well, my husband and I, we love all things active, being outdoors. And so that was a really big discussion of ours when we found out we were having a baby, is what do we want their diet to look like? You know, we really found it important to prioritize a healthy lifestyle, not just in what you eat, but also being active physically. It's just so great for kids to get out there, and it helps with their social interactions. And Liam is the most social little boy you'll ever see. I mean, he loves a crowd, but we love how much he likes being outside. Every morning he wakes up and he wants to put his shoes on because he wants to go walk outside and play with his ducks. He wants to play with his ducks and just be outdoors. So it's been really great.
So there's new research out that the first 1,000 days of eating for a child set their gut biome for their entire life. So
Yes.
your entire gut health is really set. And so if we take a child and we give them soy formula and they get to taste the Doritos, which I talk about all the time. I mean, all that kind of stuff as a baby versus someone who has whole foods and grows the right bacteria, that literally is going to change their chronic health pattern for their entire life.
And we were so blessed that, I was able to nurse him for as long as possible, but he is such a hungry little boy that eventually I had to supplement with formula. But we did research, and you sent a great suggestion, and we ended up with that one. For formula, it was very clean, organic. It's actually from the UK. But it worked out great. He never had any gut issues. Thank God, to this day he hasn't. He didn't get his first cold till he was 9 months old. And even then it was literally just like a day where he was sick. And that was it. So he's done phenomenal. And I do think a lot of that has been the food that we've given him. He never had sugar until his first birthday, where we give him a very small amount of ice cream. Of course he loved it, but it was something that we saved it for his first birthday, and it was very minimal. But we always lean towards natural sugars. And so
here's baby boy Liam.
There he is. He loves, his favorite fruit is watermelon. So we will give it to him every once in a while after he eats his food. We'll give him a little dessert, which is a fruit, and he had watermelon. So on his birthday, his smash cake was a watermelon that I knew he was going to love, because he just loves it, and he just dug his face right into it. And we let him have that cake. And when it was time for us to pull it away, there's a photo of him where he's holding the cake back like, "Mom, this is my cake." And he was giving me this look of, "I'm not giving you that cake." But, it's been so fun to see how much he loves fruit. He loves fruit, but we moderate it. But we also do a lot of organic foods for him. He only has 4 teeth. He's 1, but he only has 4 teeth. So we still do a lot of purees, but it's cauliflower, broccoli, chicken, and then we just blend it up, and he loves it. So we do a lot of whole foods as well. We don't do processed foods. You won't find us giving him juice. He's never had juice in his life. He loves water, and then on occasion he'll see me drinking like a sparkling water, Pellegrino or something, and he wants a sip of it, and he thinks that's the best thing ever. But I mean, that's here and there. But he's never had juice per se, other than water with some lemon or something like that. But we try and do everything as much possible to teach him that food is fuel. And that's really important to Brent and I, is for him to know that he's going to eat food for fuel, for your body, to help you grow and get strong.
That's the whole purpose of the Make America Healthy Again situation. And there's so many people fighting RFK on this. And the fascinating thing to me is you live West Coast also, so we can talk about this. When we moved to the West Coast, people were all about healthy eating. Not everybody, but most people you talk to. And now that RFK is doing all this, I see a lot of my friends on the West Coast, and they're posting like how terrible he is, and I can't believe it. I don't really understand that mindset that there's a political side because we all care about the kids being healthier, and he's trying to do something about it, and we're going to fight him because he's on the wrong political side. That is so interesting to me, but you're proving that a child can be healthier eating the right things.
Yeah, and especially now too. So you're right, I lived on the West Coast, but I grew up on the East Coast. And healthy living was such a part of culture. It was so normal that when I moved up here, I was like, well, where am I going to get X, Y, and Z? And it was hard when we didn't have options. But now we have so many more options. Like at Publix, you can find so many great alternatives. And it's not super expensive. You can find affordable alternatives. You just have to look. And that's what I try and emphasize when I talk to people. I'm not following a diet. I'm not following anything specific. I'm just reading labels and looking at cleaner ingredients. I always say we live a clean eating lifestyle. Clean. Every once in a while, maybe we have some sort of sugar. It's coconut sugar. It's a natural sugar. But it's a healthier lifestyle. And that is, really important, especially for your child, like you said. Their gut, how they grow up and how they live the rest of their life is going to be based on how those integral years, those really impactful years, how they grow up. So we try and do everything possible to live a clean lifestyle is what we try and say for him. And
it's amazing. You're doing all the right things.
Thank you.
There's no doubt. It's really hard. I talk to parents all the time about it, and they say, well, my child loves the treats. They love treats, but if you don't expose them to treats, and if they get used to not eating treats, then they view food totally differently.
And once they feel how their body is, you can't help when a child's on their own when they're a teenager, whatever it is, but you know that there's going to be an impact on their body, and they will feel like, maybe I don't feel as good when I have sugar, I get tired. Well, it's because your body's not used to eating that amount of sugar, because it shouldn't be.
Right.
So, we try and have some fun alternatives. You can still have some sugar. It's just going to be watermelon. It's going to be fruit, which is still, it's natural sugar. It's sweet.
So here's the hard part that's coming up. So he's going to get old enough where he's going to have friends' birthday parties and such. So how do you handle that?
Well, for us, I want him to know that he can have, I want him to say that he can have fun. I don't want him to feel like he can't not participate in it. I just want him to know that there will be consequences. So he's going to know, like, maybe if I go to a birthday party, eat a ton of cupcakes, eat whatever it is, if I'm eating lollipops, candy, whatever, you're not going to feel that good afterwards. You're not. And I think he'll recognize that, and hopefully he'll make that right decision. I lean more towards moderation of, hey, I want him to be able to explore it, but you're going to learn for yourself.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to do it. And then you got to transition back, because it's so easy to eat a cupcake and then the next day, even though you felt bad, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm kind of craving that cupcake, because it feeds those bacteria in you. But you got to get right back on track. When you have a treat, you've got to go right back to no treat, regular food, and that makes all the difference.
That's true.
Yeah. Appreciate you coming.
Thank you for having me.
We love Liam.
We love him too.
I know
He's
you
the
do.
best.
Thank you for tuning in.